So if you're trying to fix a Windows update error, and on Windows 11 that's usually an update that fails to install, or it just gives you a code starting with 0x8, then I'm going to take you in the order that actually sorts it out. And honestly, the error code itself hardly matters because nearly all of them come down to a broken download or some damaged system files. So first off, the quick checks. And this is for most people. Do a proper restart, not a shutdown, because updates usually finish installing on the restart. And then also unplug any external drives or docks you might have plugged in. Microsoft actually says to do that. Then go into your settings and have a look at storage and make sure your C drive isn't almost full. You want at least 20 gigs free. Then you can also have a look at your date and time settings and make sure that set time automatically is on. Because if your clock is wrong, the secure connection to Microsoft's servers actually fail. And if you've ever used a tool to pause or switch off updates, and that includes the Windows Update Policy setting in my own tool WinHance, then set it back to normal first. Otherwise, nothing else in this video is going to help. Then you can check for updates again. Now, if it fails again, the next thing is the built-in troubleshooter. So if we head into Settings, then System, and scroll down to Troubleshoot, then Other Troubleshooters, Windows Update is right at the top under the most frequent. So go ahead and click Run. It checks that the update services are running and it clears a stuck download. And honestly, it is hit and miss, but it only takes 30 seconds, so it is worthwhile doing. Now, if the troubleshooter didn't work properly, we can do by hand what the troubleshooter tries to do. And this is the one that fixes most Windows 11 update errors. So right-click on your Start button and then click on Open Terminal as Administrator. It has to be as Administrator because otherwise you'll get access denied errors when you try to run these commands. And a lot of people actually get stuck on this part. So first off, I'm going to stop 3 services. It's going to be the Windows Update service itself, the Bits service, which does the actual downloading, and then also the cryptographic service that checks whether the update files are signed. And you can see all of the 3 commands right here on screen now. Then we're going to rename the download and data store folders inside the software distribution folder, which is where Windows keeps the update files it's downloaded. And we can rename them rather than delete them, so we can put them back in case something goes wrong. And this works because if a download got corrupted halfway, Windows just keeps trying to install the same broken file. So by moving those folders out of the way, you're forcing it to download a clean copy of the update that we're trying to install. Then we can start the 3 services again, check for updates, and you should notice that it now downloads the updates from scratch. Now, if it still fails, then it's most probably not the download. It might be a damaged system file underneath. So then in that same administrator terminal window, we can run DISM with the restore health option first, and then SFC scan now. And the order does actually matter. SFC repairs your system files from a local copy Windows keeps, and DISM is what repairs that copy itself from Windows Update. So if you run SFC first on a copy that's already damaged, it tells you it found corrupt files but couldn't actually fix them. DISM will sit at a percentage and look stuck, but it isn't. So let it finish, then run SFC, restart, and try again. I've actually made a separate video about this a few weeks back, and I'll link that in the description below if you want to check it out. Now, if one specific update just will not install, you can skip Windows Update and install it yourself. So go into Windows Update and then find the update that keeps failing to install, and it should be listed there with its KB number. Then you can search for the Microsoft Update catalog and put that KB number in there. Download the one for Windows 11 and your version, and you get a standalone installer you just run, which skips the part of Windows Update that failed. And then the last one, the one I'd go to long before a clean install. Go into Settings, System, then Recovery, and you'll see Fix Problems using Windows Update with a Reinstall Now button. It downloads a repair copy of the Windows version you're already on, and it reinstalls it over the top. And it also keeps your files, your apps, and your settings. So it's a repair install, not a reset. It needs power and internet the whole time, and it does take a while. But in most cases, it fixes these errors that nothing else will. And if an update installs fine, but then breaks something in Windows, that's a different problem. And that's been happening a lot lately with Windows Update. Now, the answer there is to just uninstall the update and then pause updates for a while. And I've already made a separate video about exactly that. And I'm going to put a short clip of that video for you up on screen now, along with the video itself. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to click on the video card on screen at the end of this video. So if you're tired of Windows 11 deciding for itself when it's going to update and restart your PC, there's actually a setting in here that lets you pause your updates until any date you pick. And I'm going to show you exactly where it is, and more importantly, the part most people miss, which is how you keep that pause going for as long as you want.